What's up, people? Zach Attack here. Now we're gonna reaction video, making a review video to what is it? Tomocachi. I can't pronounce it. Game is what it's called. So the classmates, I guess, are trying to get $70,000 for this trip, but $70,000 per person, if I heard it right. It's like, if something's gonna be $70,000 per person, this trip better be good. Like, no joke. And this guy, he considered all his friends he hangs out with true friends, I guess. But, sometimes people can be different down the future, so you can't always consider people to be your true friends when anything could happen. And then at one point, they come to school. Somebody stole the money that they were going to use to do this trip. So they're trying to figure out now who stole the money. Obviously, they're not going to know because nobody's going to confess to it, obviously. So they got to figure that out. And prior to that, there was somebody that knocked at the door of the one guy's house. I can't remember. I'm not sure what they said his name was at the door. And there was a note. There was a note that he thought was from this one girl that just, talked to him herself. And he met up with all his friends, and they were asking why you put no at our door and blah, 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 of all of them. Well, he said that they got a note from me, I got a note from this person, so somebody's pretending to be somebody else. And then prior to that, they get attacked by somebody. All you do is see their feet. You don't see who it is or nothing. You just, all of a sudden, you see something, they get attacked and stuff. They wake up in like this room that looks like something from that one anime, Cube. Did I say that? I didn't mean to call it an anime. It's not an anime, but it's called Cube. They have like 3 movies to it, 4 movies to this, but that's what it almost reminded me of because the way it was and stuff. And he had a backstory prior to the situation being knocked out that showed some girl on a bed like she was sick and saying friends are more important, and then somebody else telling him what looked like possibly his dad saying money's more important. There was like 2 different things he was having. So in a sense, could be wrong, but I think his mom passed away sick, because most of the time that's how they do animes. Most of the time when people are about to pass away, they're usually sick and in beds a lot of the time when you see them. And so I think she passed away, or she's still alive and just in the hospital. And so that happened. Woke up and there was a doll in the little cube thing. Hold on. Okay, that's going that way. I want to make sure the trucks another one ain't coming this way like earlier. And this doll looked like Chucky type look. Holy cow, sorry. I don't have asthma, but I don't know why I breathe like that. And looked like Chucky. The outfit almost looked the same and stuff. But then I showed my mom the image of this doll looking figure. She said it was there's actually a game or something that when she was younger that had a character that looked like that. I'm like, and she can't remember what she's named the character close to the doll look, the looking of this doll, but she said it's from a game. And then the character said its name, the doll started talking, saying what its name was. And I told her, I was like, oh, that's definitely not it. Because I guess the name of the doll on this game thing she was younger on was a completely different name. But creepy. Like, almost the outfit itself almost looked like Chucky's outfit. I was like, are you sure this ain't Chucky? The smile and all that is just straight up creepy. And I guess if they win, if I remember how this character said it, they get 20 million yen each and pay off this whole debt thing. That's another thing. They'll pay off this whole debt, and then there was like a whole, like, what do you want to call it? Rules of, oh, this debt goes on to this person, and this person's debt is minus. You can't tell people how much you got left over debt-wise or what you have to pay or you lose or something, I think, if I remember. But you get 20 million yen if you win. And they asked him, well, what happens if we don't want to play this game? Just leave. And weirdly enough, the doll's just like, all right, you're free to go. That's kind of a bad thing. Imagine you just free one of them randomly because they don't want to play. They can be like, yo, my friends are kidnapped. And then next thing you know, cops are going to find this location if they can, because they didn't really show where they were really going, and find them. But at the same time, holy cow, definitely not going to be easy. Definitely when it didn't show where they're really located. My best guess would be a warehouse, definitely that. Based on what somebody just built their own warehouse and did this type of game thing. It's the way it looked. And so they went to this room that looked like a classroom, and there was a big penny looking thing. It looked like a penny. Let's just say it's a penny. Was there. And what was the first? Let's see. They had questions they had to answer, and there was like one. It was like 1 + 1. Another one was like, is the mountain in Japan the biggest mountain and stuff? And somebody out of the group of friends kept putting no. So now the one that originally said about, oh, we're all friends, we're all close, is now overthinking this and is like, somebody here's a traitor out of them. Now, don't want to pinpoint no more than when I get to the 3rd episode to kind of point out who could be the closest one to being the traitor. It's hard. I'm gonna have to wait until like good 3 episodes in first to start looking at one of them like, okay, it's this one, but we're not sure. He's already thinking of some people out of his friends that could be the traitor, but I would have to wait until a good 3 episodes to see who possibly be. And secrets. So there was this time where he talked to the one girl, the taller one, because there's a girl that's a shorter one that's out of the friends, and the taller one, she's got black hair, I think. And she's like, can you keep a secret? Don't tell anybody, blah, 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 this, and that. And it showed like a back thing of it. And he's like, okay, but it didn't show much of anything else. It was like, oh, all right. And so obviously he's not going to tell anybody if he doesn't. And there was a point where, oh my God, that scared me. I thought somebody was standing right there. That freaked me out. There was people, these 2 girls that it showed in this room that were watching them through cameras. So they have to be the ones responsible taking them and controlling this doll. So that was kind of creepy. So it's like, what's going on? Well, now he's not believing if they're actually all friends, because at the end he's kind of sitting there. It's like, are we friends? Like, are we all truly friends? As he started far guessing himself. And at one point it was funny. At the end he makes this evil look, and I'm like, wow, is he going to admit to being the one that did all this? Because I thought that was the case, the way it was going. Weirdly enough, he asked a weird question. What color is I think one of the girls' underwear? So I'm kind of going off topic with that last question. What color is one of the girls' underwear? The fact he knows that, in a sense, I wonder if it has to do with that one girl that he said about that keep secrets. But I don't know why she would tell him what color her underwear is. So I don't think it's her, because I didn't really get their good, like, whose names whose. Because that's what I'm going to have to write down, is people's names, so I can memorize who's who. But it was like, what? you running around girls' lockers and looking at their underwear or something? But anyways, definitely interesting. Kind of remind me of Cube, the series, because it's got that whole Cube vibe thing going on. And then they're in another room type thing. So one of the friends are supposedly a traitor. For all we know, though, that coin, when it moved to no for every answer, easy answers, for all we know, the coin itself could have did it, and those people that are watching them from the cameras, those girls, could have moved the coin itself, trying to make everybody go against each other, for all we know. I mean, I could be wrong, but could be that too. Anyways, See you people next time. Deuces.